friends, Goddess of Awesome here, and today is my second whole day home, and I can't tell you how wonderful it feels to be in my own bed. I love my bed. My bed is amazing, and also it feels like a cloud. So I think today I'm going to spend a little more time in bed. I can tell that I'm not 100% still, and I'm getting there, but you know, I think with cases of pneumonia, probably rest might be the most medicinal thing. I did get up and do my spin class today. I had to. Like, I cannot express enough to you how much I love it. I know I've made you a few videos on it already, but it absolutely fuels my spirit. You know, I could feel it clearing my lungs. You know, to be surrounded with the people who go to class, you know, they're so vibrant. You know, and today was a really great class. So today Hercules taught class. He actually brought his son, and his son jammed it out, you know. Definitely a mini Hercules, you know, in the making. So yesterday I loved on my horses. After I spoke with you, I went outside, I brushed them all down, I did manes, I unbraided. I feel a sneeze coming along. Hopefully I don't sneeze. And I did. So yeah, I probably should go back to bed. I took my Clorox wipes and I wiped down my bike, also wiped down the bike of my best friend who came to class, you know, and definitely wipe my bike down good afterwards too. I'm not trying to get anybody sick, you know. There's a girl in class named Mari, and she's just amazing. She wasn't there today, but she calls, you know, the gym, some of the equipment like a petri dish. I mean, she's not kidding, you know. You should always be wiping down your equipment after you work out, but a lot of people don't do that, you know. So I'm now creating a new standard where I wipe my bike down first, you know, and after, but definitely first, you know. I don't want to, you know, I love being healthy, so I'm not trying to catch anything. I'm not trying to spread any sickness. Yesterday, I really wanted to ride my horses, but I could feel like the wind, you know. I could feel the sensitivity to air in my ears still, and as much as my big dog Xena, I have an amazing big dog, and she is so smart. Oh God, this dog is so smart, you know. She gets it the first time, you know. I don't have to teach her things again and again and again, you know. She gets it the first time. She's a wonderful student, and at this point I am sold, completely forever sold on her breed. She is an amazing dog. I'll do some videos for you with her and her breed. I'm going to talk to you about her breed. Her breed is known for many things, but one thing that I don't think a lot of people know about is her breed is known for impulse control. Like, you can encourage these dogs to control their impulses, and they will. They are such wonderful students, you know. So she pretty much will do anything I ask of her. All she wants to do is please me. She loves going out on trail. So starting in January, I started of this year, 2018, you know, she's 2 years old now. She just had, you know, her birthday is this month, March. I believe it was March 10th. So, you know, she's now a 2-year-old. And, you know, they say the first thing you need to teach a dog is to housebreak them, right? I mean, you could teach them to sit and lay down. That's all good. But, you know, you almost can do that later. You know, if you teach them to be housebroken first, if you can housebreak them, you can teach them anything. You know, so, you know, I've been wanting to take her out on trail. I've been wanting her to be a horse dog, you know, and yesterday, you know, she really wanted to go on trail. I really wanted to take her on trail. I almost did. I was so close, you know. I didn't want to compromise my health. I knew Hercules was teaching today. I did not want to miss class, you know. My best friend Jen came out today, and she doesn't normally spin on a Sunday, you know. She's a mom, and she, you know, she also leaves time for her to have some down days, but she's probably really wise to do that. She's also, you know, she's a mom, so she does a lot, you know. She's doing a lot, I'm sure. You know, I mean, I do a lot too, but yeah, moms are busy. you know, so I totally get that she needs to take her down days and recoup. You know, she's such a special soul. I don't want to cry, but she brings a lot of joy to my life. I can never thank her enough for being my friend. You know, when I first started joining the 5:30 a.m. class, I definitely noticed her. You know, she's front and center, and she's stealth. She's pure stealth machine, you know. She's constantly scanning her form. I can tell, you know, I can tell her mind is so engaged in the workout. And mine too, you know, and at first we were like, there may be a bike in between us, you know, or two, because there was a lot of space in that class. And then eventually it was like I needed to be right up alongside her. Like we have a similar something, you know, we're both engaged mentally. We lock our minds down and put them in a certain space, you know, where we're able to do all sorts of just physically impossible things, you know, and we do it, you know. She's also very fun because she has a little bit of a smart mouth, and it's all affection, you know, it's all affectionate. Like she's screaming out sometimes, too easy. And then we tell you, Hercules has the toughest class. He is the peak of the mountain. You know, if you're gonna jam it out in a tough class, that's the class to take. You know, I wouldn't suggest him as a beginner. I absolutely wouldn't. Now, if you tell him that, he'll disagree and say, beginners, please come, you know, and yes, absolutely, you know, but I think most folks need to ease their way into stuff like that. You know, he keeps us out of the saddle a lot. In spin class, the bike seat is called a saddle. Isn't that ironic? Here I am riding horses, and then I go to spin class and I'm also in a saddle. I guess I was meant to be in a saddle, you know, because I ride my horses so much. I use my sit bone, right? I'm on my sit bone a lot. And if you don't know what your sit bone is, it's the bottom of your pelvis, you know, where you literally sit on. And if you're spinning correctly, you're sitting on your sit bone, not the forward space of your pelvis. The forward space of your pelvis should never have any weight on it. As far as I'm concerned, I don't believe you should be sitting on your stuff. If you're sitting on your stuff and it's hurting, you're not sitting properly. You need to back it up, push your bum back, get the curve of your bum where your sit bone is to sit on the back of the seat, and it just kind of locks into place there. That's the comfortable place to be. Initially it won't be comfortable, right? You're gonna feel like it's awkward, but eventually you'll realize, oh, that's the space. That's where you're supposed to be. So anyways, getting back to Jen, like, she raises the bar, you know, and I'm always up for it. I call her a road runner in my head. To me, she's a road runner because she's so fast. Oh, this girl, you can't catch her. I'm also a road runner too. I absolutely am her twin road runner, or her cosmic sister of some nature. There's something similar about us, and there's no mistake that we have gravitated toward one another. You know, today Rose walked in class, and it was you know, we were already spinning. She was like, and Jen said to me, Rose is here. And I can't help it. Every time I see Rose, I have to scream her name out loud, you know, Rose! She also brings it. And I don't know what stage in the game of life Rose is. She could be in her 60s or late 50s or early mid 60s. I don't know. But what I do know is Rose kicks butt. Rose brings it. She's also raising the bar. And then the rest of us, boy, do we have to, I mean, if she's doing it, jeepers. The rest of us, we have no excuse, you know. So it's always fun to have Rose in class. You know, we have some banter that goes on in class. All affectionate, right? All fun. And we just keep motivating each other. You know, sometimes if we're doing sprints, you know, and Jen can tell my energy's coming down a little bit, she'll start telling me things, right? It's not enough that Hercules is yelling at us, but then Jen will be like, come on, you know, and she gets me to do it, you know. Sometimes if I don't have any more juice like power, all I can do is make sounds. I'm probably one of the louder people in class, you know, a wooer, like a woo, you know. I mean, when you hear someone woo in class, it really helps, you know, stir the motivation. So today we had some really great music, you know, and Hercules always has us do really cool drills. And I feel like I'm getting my ab workout the entire time. That's another reason why I love spin so much, and also with the correct instructor who's having you focus on the right things. It's an ab workout the entire time. So I can't do the crunches. I mean, I could probably, but I don't like to do crunches. I have a lot of upper body discomfort from doing massage for a million years. You know, my traps are pretty messed up. My neck muscles, the back and the forward, you know, the scalenes, all in here. My subclavius, my lateral bicep tendons, my bicep tendons, my everything where it connects, where the lats and the pectorals come together in the armpit. All of that is majorly strained in my body. So to do a crunch and have to focus on crunching and then my neck, you know, I'd rather not do crunches. I'd rather get it done on the bike, you know. So that's another reason why I love spin so much. So we had a really great class and I'm feeling really good about that. Today I'm going to upload as many videos as possible for you. I haven't had a chance to upload a lot of videos for you while I was out and about this last journey, so I'm going to try to get some of that done. It's a beautiful day outside. I really kind of want to go riding in the sunshine for the warmth. You know, the air was had a little bite to it last night. You know, Southern California, you know, might not think we get cold, but we can have little spells of coolness and cold, and it was definitely chilly last night. Another reason I didn't go for a trail ride. I really wanted to, really bad. My dog, Xena, well, she knows what's up, and she wants to go for a ride too, you know. I like to take her out at night if possible. I put a shirt on her because she's black, so I try to make her visible. She loves wearing her shirts. Her shirts are her favorite thing. If I put a shirt on her, she's flipping out, right? Because she knows she's going to go for a horse ride. Now, the first time I ever took her for a horse ride, she was in heaven, right? But I'm going to say by at least the second or third ride, something clicked in Xena's mind. And she has a deeper appreciation for the horses. You know, I think before she may have thought, oh, these are just some huge animals that hang out in the backyard, you know? And now she knows there's purpose to the horses and that she has a job, right? You know, she's got many jobs, but one of her jobs is to escort the horses, right? Be a chaperone of the horses and me. You know, she loves her job. She loves working alongside the horse. You know, my gray mare, she's kind of new to nature. She came from Wisconsin, and you know, it was really cold up there, so she was worked in an indoor arena. And also she had, you know, an indoor barn. She's practically an indoor horse, if you can believe that, you know. So nature is big for her. Going out on trail alone is a huge thing for her to learn how to do. And she'll do it. She absolutely will do it. But if she goes out with Xena, she's so much more happier to go, right? It's not even another horse. It's just another being on four legs, but that dog presence, you know, makes Lollipop want to go, you know. So, you know, equine and canine couldn't be a better pair, right? Two peas in a pod. So Miss Xena begged me forever last night. There's a certain time in the evening when she knows that's probably a ride time. And when that happens, she's up on me, right? She's looking at me. She's coming from behind, and she'll scoot her nose in between my legs, and boom, now she's sitting in between my legs, and she makes my legs, you know, at this point, I'm straddling her like she's hugging me. Like that's how she goes in for a hug, right? It's the sweetest thing. And I know what she's doing. She's asking me, hey, are we going to go for a trail ride? You know, it used to be I put my boots on, she got excited. But, you know, truth be told, I wear my boots all the time. I wear my My riding boots, I wear all the time. I wear them on I wear them on journeys when I go out. You know, I'm not going to go out anymore, but when I go out on my big long airplane ride journeys, I take my riding boots with me. They're the most comfortable shoes. They're I can't speak enough about these boots. You know, they're not a normal black riding boot. I think they're more of an earth tone. The most comfortable pair of boots I ever bought. You know, there's no breaking in them. They're perfect. They're almost like wearing a sneaker, and they're waterproof. So it's a great boot to have when I'm out and about. Sometimes I walk places, you know, if I can. I like to walk, you know. So it used to be that Xena would get excited for my boots, and now, you know, they're so normal. So, you know, the riding britch, yeah, when I put my britches on, she knows, she gets really excited. Then I put the boots on, and she's like, oh, it's starting to happen. It's like similar for her, like my love for spin, that's what she gets. She starts getting that adrenaline before it even happens, you know? But the real deciding factor, you know, I mean, obviously I put on the hat, and that makes her excited, but I wear a hat a lot of times, you know? I'm definitely a hat person, obviously a headdress kind of person. I always have been a hat person. So what really gets Xena going is when I open the drawer to get the riding gloves. That's when she loses her mind. That's when she goes into full excitement, right? I mean, she gets pumped up. She knows it's time to go, you know? So probably maybe would have went on an afternoon ride yesterday, but my bareback pad, because my tack room got destroyed, you know, my bareback pad is out in the mud, so I had to take it to the laundromat, washed it up. It's perfect now, so probably go for a little ride, at least one ride tonight. See how I do. If I can get out on both, I will. These days I ride 2 horses a day. I go for a morning ride and I go for an evening ride, you know. If I can squeeze in a nap in the middle of that day, I do try, because I do go to bed early, you know, to get it for my 5:30 a.m. class. And that class is starting to get really popular, right? We're in spring, and everybody's starting to learn about Hercules. His real name is Denny, and everybody wants to be in Denny's class, you know? So now I realize I can't just cruise in at 5:20 in the morning. I have to probably start getting there at 5:10 or even 5 a.m. So that's what I'm going to start doing. Otherwise, the whole front row is taken. You know, so I didn't get to ride yesterday. I did upload a couple videos for you that I made yesterday. I have tons of videos I need to upload for you in the next several days, so that's what I'm planning on doing. I am going to start doing some nutrition videos for you. Today I juiced before class, and the pearls that beat it up on me, oh my goodness, I love them. Every time a drip of sweat falls off me, like a whole drip, I call that my trophy. It's a trophy for me to have a free-falling drop of sweat, you know? I love it. So I'm always trying to get my trophies, you know, that's the goal. Today I juiced green apples and fresh lemon off my tree, the whole rind and everything. You can't even taste the rind. I've juiced for my classmates before when we were at a different gym. Nobody knew I was throwing in the rinds, you know. The rind is where all the good stuff is, you know. So green apples and lemon and some celery definitely will make you sweat much. And then parsley, that's my secret weapon. Parsley boosts your adrenal glands, and your adrenals is where you hold your reserve energy, right? Adrenals, adrenaline, right? So when you boost your adrenals, you're giving yourself a pick-me-up that will last all day. You know, coffee has nothing on that. Caffeine can't touch it. You know, it's pretty powerful. So I'm going to share that with you. You know, I would like, you know, to share my secrets. I know juicing takes a lot of time, so there's not a lot of people who feel like they can squeeze it into their world. I will encourage you all my days that I live. I will always encourage you to try some juicing if you can. You know, there's that life force energy is where it's at. You know, when you're eating and consuming life force energy, it fuels your body in a way that nothing else will or nothing else ever could. You cannot get this from a pill. You cannot, I mean, I'm sweating buckets in class and people want to know, what's my secret? How are you doing that? I mean, I'm squeegeeing and my face, and when I go like this and then all the sweat goes, I mean, I love it. I don't even use my sweat towel anymore. I like it when it runs, you know. I mean, sometimes I have to squeegee because there's so much happening, but I'll let it run, you know. Those are my trophies, you know. I don't want them to go away. So today, every pore in my arm was all beaded up. When I mean beads, I mean like little pearls, little dots of sweat, just you know, and then they gradually fall off, and boy, that's very motivating. At the end of the class, I actually had drops on the floor, so that was good. I haven't had drops on the floor for a while, right? I haven't been in the gym as much because I've been traveling, and then I got sick and stuff, so yeah, I'm really excited to get to class tomorrow. I'm going to try to sleep a little today to try to help my body heal, and try to sneak in a horse ride for my benefit, but also the benefit of my big dog, Miss Xena, who's perfectly named. She absolutely is a warrior princess. One thing really quick on Xena, and then I'll wrap up the video. We came across coyote a few weeks ago. We came across 2 coyotes the first night, and my girlfriend, Sunshine Amy, you'll probably meet her at some point. I love Sunshine Amy. People call her Sunshine, and rightfully so. She is effervescent in every single way. She absolutely is my Sunshine sister. She has naturally curly hair, but she's blonde. I have naturally curly hair, but I'm brunette. Like she said, and it's so true, that we were twins separated at birth, you know. I just love her to pieces. So we went horseback riding with her a few weeks ago, and we had done the whole trail. It was a dark night, you know, hardly any moon. Xena's off the leash. I try to let Xena off the leash when I know I'm far away from society, and I choose times of days that I'm almost certain I'm not going to run into nobody. You know, I'm not trying to scare people with a dog off the leash, you know. You know, Xena's very well behaved, and we have come across a hiker here and there, and she doesn't pay him any no mind, right? She doesn't care, you know. She'll sniff them from like 6 feet away if they're that close, but she doesn't get up on them, you know. Her mind is connected to what we're doing, you know. She's on the job, and her job is to stay by my horse, you know, to be the chaperone. But, you know, it's almost like we're traveling with our own wolf, you know. Horses kind of view dogs as a predator. You know, they could be a wolf, you know, but there's also some kind of comfort I've noticed, especially with the gray mare, you know, my indoor horse who's now a nature girl. I know that having her own wolf, a wolf who's on her side, you know, that I know helps my horse's mind, you know, it helps her mind relax and feel secure. So when we came across these coyotes, or 2 of them, and it was towards the end of the ride, we were almost back to where you could see the street light. We're just at the mouth of the trail where it's ready to spit us back into society. Right around this time is when I would dismount and gather Xena and get her on the leash, you know. But Amy and I were conversing, and suddenly I noticed that my dog's body language completely changed. And I was like, whoa, something's happening right now, you know. And then I looked a little further, probably 20 feet or less in front of us was a big old coyote. Now, coyotes, normally, like when I was a teenager and we ride horses in the mountains in Santa Clarita, you know, those coyotes are like anorexic looking, you know. They look like the skinniest, skin and bone kind of, you know, scavenger kind of creature. Not the coyotes around here. There's tons of rabbits, and they obviously get some cats and dogs, I'm sure, you know. These coyotes look like wolves. They are huge, humongous, well-fed, and brazen, right? They'll come and take a small dog right off the leash in front of the person who loves it, you know. These are some pretty ballsy coyotes, you know. So Xena, the first time we ever ran into a coyote, and I don't know what was going to happen, I saw Xena's body language shift. It was very dark, and I looked forward, and I could see, oh man, there's a freaking coyote, you know. If Xena would have behaved any other way, they might have come for her. You know, if she had acted meek or mild or submissive or intimidated, any of that, probably these coyotes would have just swamped her, you know, because they never travel alone, right? For the most part, they might send out a scout, but if there is a scout, you know, their pack is not far behind, right? So when Xena seen the coyote, she stopped. You know, I could see her hair stand up, and then I could see her chest like swell a little bit, like raise, like almost like Superman would be like a, you know, his chest, or like Mighty Mouse, you know, the chest gets up and big and proud and strong. You know, that's what Xena did. And she's not a barker. My Xena, in her yard, she'll bark a little. I can't hardly get her to bark in the house, you know, and especially on trail. So she's very stealthy and very quiet. And she let out this big growl. I mean, a deep growl. And that's all she spoke. And boom, she was chasing that coyote, you know. And Amy was just terrified, right? I mean, what's going to happen? You know, my black dog took off in the dark night, you know, chasing this coyote. And my intuition was like, okay, keep headed toward the street. Keep going towards the lit street, you know, and Xena will catch up. And she did. And within 30 seconds, boom, Xena's right by her side. And she must have felt the intuition too, because she went straight for the light, right? She was running straight to the light of the street. Now she's almost making it out of the darkness of the trail when a second coyote, you know how they crouch down and they look all sly and stuff? Well, it was crouched down and it was slyly creeping up, almost like it was going to try to get her with her back turned, you know? But then Amy and I, you know, she's on my big gray mare. He's huge, you know, 16-1 at least. Maybe a smidge over. And then I'm on my little posy girl. He's still big. And, you know, these are draft horses. So they got some muscle. They're definitely a heavy horse. And we've seen that second coyote, and, you know, if anything, we would charge it, right? Coyotes, as much as they're brazen and ballsy on some level, they're deep cowards, right? Deep inside, a coyote is very cowardly. So I knew that'd be a card we could play if we had to. We could charge the coyote, you know. But we didn't need to at that point. By the time we made it out, you know, we're getting out. I mean, the coyote was pretty dang close, you know. But we made it into the street, and then I continued into the light down the street a little bit just to buy us some time and space. I wasn't sure how brazen they'd be and if they would follow us into the light. I don't know, you know. Xena just happily, you know, sprinting down the path, down the road. So I dismounted and I collected her. You know, she comes to me so fast, you know, like Xena's a wonderful listener, you know, she knows what her job is. And anyway, so that was a little story of my big dog going out on trail. Now she wants to hunt coyotes, right? I mean, she loves it. We did come across another coyote a few weeks, you know, a couple weeks after this. And, you know, from a great distance, I saw the pointy ears that looks like a wolf or a German Shepherd. And, you know, Xena chased it down as well. That one worried me a little bit because Xena went for a while. I didn't know if she was going to be drawn into the pack and then attacked. So, you know, sometimes I wish I could have a pellet gun, you know, or I know you're not supposed to shoot coyotes. I don't want to hurt anybody, you know. I wouldn't mind scaring them, you know, maybe a rubber band gun. Or at least a big whip, right? Something to, if they got close enough, I could swat at them. I don't know. I don't ever want my dog to get hurt or mauled, so I'm not trying to make a habit of hunting coyotes. Though Xena would love to hunt a coyote every single day if she could, you know. And on some level, you know, I'm happy for her that she had that experience, right? Because in her brain, I mean, that's what she's a guardian. You know, that's what she's supposed to do. She's a guardian. She's a herding animal. You know, you wouldn't know that this breed herds. They're actually a herder. They herd, you know. So Xena loves to keep her herd safe, you know, her horses, and she loves to be the guardian, you know. She lives for it. So last night I got a lot of looks. I got a lot of coming up from behind me and her trying to, you know, get my legs wrapped around her, hugging me, and she begged all night long to go on a ride, and I really wanted to take her, but the sensitivity in my ears with the wind, and it was really kind of nippy. I wasn't trying to press my body. I'm already pressing it, right, going to spin class. But I think, you know, with some good rest, I'll be feeling better. You know, I'm gonna probably have to start working at some point because I didn't make all my financial goals, you know, on this trip. And there's a lot to handle. You know, I have a ranch, you know, and my tack room is demolished right now, so that's gonna cost some money. And then because my horse, I don't know if she was swallowing the wood, so everybody got a whole bunch of psyllium, and they'll be getting, I mean, I do psyllium regularly, but especially right now, I'm not sure what's going on with that. So psyllium up the yin-yang, you know, make sure that things pass through. These are my precious $1 million horses. I cannot take a risk with them, nor would I ever want to, you know, so I have to make sure I'm up on all that. So that's what happened today. I did my fabulous spin class with Hercules. I saw my most amazing friends. I see my new friends that I met yesterday, Debbie and Yvonne. I didn't get to say hi to Yvonne. I think she came in after I was, you know, mounted up on my bike. But, you know, I didn't get any new names today, which, you know, I should have. I should have got the girl next to me. I'll get her tomorrow. If I see her tomorrow, I'll make sure I go out of my way to meet her and her friends that were with her. I love the family feeling. I think that's what I really want to say right now with this whole video, and I'm sorry it's kind of long. Maybe the only video I make for you today. The family feeling that happens in my spin studio, it's unusual. I mean, I've gone to other spin studios before. Like, I started spinning in Santa Monica, Venice area. There's a place called Yaz, Yoga and Spin. Love that place. That's the place that got my first taste of spin. Absolutely got me hooked. You know, did meet some great people. But the camaraderie, I don't remember being so tight-knit. You know, we're a very tight-knit family. There's a lot of camaraderie. You know, we celebrate each other. We give the teacher, you know, well, Hercules, we like to give him a little bit of, we razz him, right, with the too easy. And Jen always has something creative to say, something smart to say, and it's great, right? It makes everybody laugh. We kind of need that to forget about how much pain and struggle we're enduring. You know, it's definitely a mental. You almost got to trick yourself mentally to keep going. And let me tell you one last thing about Hercules, and then I'm absolutely ending this video. He's a warrior, okay? As are all of us who come to class, right? We are all warriors, but he definitely is a straight up warrior. His presence is just, he's just got this immaculate presence. I mean, his standard is so, you know, the bar is high in his class, you know, and I figured out, and so has Jen, we both know this, that if you, and probably some others in class, if you show any pain, if you show that you're hurting, now maybe not physically, but mentally, right? If mentally you're gonna cop out, mentally you're gonna give up, mentally you're gonna surrender to the pain, you're gonna let the pain win. Oh God, he can sense that from across the room, and he will feed off of it in a way that is kind of scary. You know, like, I mean, he's not scary, but he is, you know, he absolutely is. But it's in a wonderful way, you know, and so you can't show any fear in his class. You can't show any discomfort. You can't show that he's kicking your ass and that he's winning, because he'll turn the knife, he'll twist it a little harder, you know. So it's all out of affection and goodness. But there is that saying, no pain, no gain. You know, when your muscles are burning and it's extremely uncomfortable, and you're in that pain place, you're physically in pain, your mind might be trying to tell you, I'm in pain. Well, really, you're not in pain. That's what that is your body shifting. your body's changing, right? Sculpting is happening. You know, your muscles they're not necessarily growing, because you only grow muscle in sleep. Right? You tear your muscle up all day in a workout, but you will only build muscle while you sleep. So that's why sleeping is so important for athletes. You know, we cannot cheat ourselves in the sleep department. That's where we literally restore, you know. So that pain, you know, it's like you got to press into it. You know, you got to trick your brain that it doesn't hurt. It's too easy, right? There's all these little mental, when I'm saying game, it's a good one, a mental game that you play with yourself, that you know you just got to keep pressing on. You know, it's only going to last for so long. You know, the class will end. And so, you know, he had some really great music, and he always, you know, as really great instructors do, they save the better songs for the end, you know. And oh God, he put on one of the best songs ever towards the end. I don't know why I can move through this song like there's no tomorrow. And yeah, I turned my dial up, cranked it up. Then Hercules comes around, he turns my dial even more, you know. What do I say to him? I said, thank you. Thanks. Because he knows I can do it. And I can do it. And I don't want to cheat myself. I want to get every bang for my buck. I want to get every morsel that I can get, you know. If I'm there putting my time and energy in, then I want the results. I want that high. And the only way I'm going to get that endorphin high is if I charge through the pain, you know. And then afterwards, you always feel like a champion, right? Every single one of us. They're just so cool. So, okay, I'm going to end that for now. That was today. Today's Sunday. It was a beautiful way to start a Sunday. And I'm going to try to upload some videos for you. I'm going to try to sneak in a nap. I'm going to get on at least one of my horses and take my big dog for a night ride. You know, she's been aching. I've been gone for almost a month, and she hasn't been able to go check up on her rabbits, you know. There's a lot of rabbits around, squirrels and stuff. So she needs to check up on them, you know, go sniff the bush, you know, go check out the wilderness, you know, go read the mail kind of thing, you know. She lives for it. And ever since she's been doing trail, boy, does she look at the horses so much differently now. I can tell in her brain. She gets it, right? Like before, they were just big creatures out there hanging out, taking up space, eating grass and hay. And now she looks at them as her adventure buddies, you know? So she loves the horses. She loves having a job. She loves working with horses, you know? And what a lucky dog, right? Freaking lucky dog. So lucky. So, and I also do feel lucky for having my beautiful horses, you know. Nothing happens by happenstance. I definitely have been very deliberate acquiring the most beautiful creatures that I find important and valuable. So they got new braids yesterday. Everybody except for Posy Girl, she didn't want me to do her hair. I don't know why. She kept walking away. Everybody else was thrilled to have their hair done. Katie just soaked it up like a sponge, you know. Lollipop, same thing, you know. And I have Athena, who's my youngest. She's turning 3, April 7th. So I got a year to wait on her for her to be rideable. We don't ride these horses until they're 4. They don't develop fully until they're 4. The tendons in their legs and such that they need that 3rd year to really solidify. So, you know, Miss Katie is 4 here in a week. She turns 4 on March 27th. I think 27th, could be the 26th. I'll have to double check, but something like that. So she's getting ready to go to the trainer. So it's time for her to go to school, which is great. She'll come home under saddle and one more horsey I get to ride. So, okay, that's all I know for now. I'm not sure if I'll make you another video for today, but today is my 2nd whole day home. I am so happy to be home. I'm so happy to be returned to my family, my spin family, who I absolutely love so much. I love you guys so much. You brighten my world. You make life worth living. You give me a reason to breathe. I know, it sounds so funny. Like my horses give me reasons to breathe and my dogs give me reasons to breathe, but the people in my spin class, there's just something special there, some kind of magic. And I love that we're a family. I love that we're all a special kind of crazy, right? You have to be a little nuts in a good way, to enjoy such a tough workout and come willingly again and again, So love Hercules so much. He is by far probably one of the best instructors I've ever come across in my entire life. I hope I get to be his spin person forever. I'm always going to be Team Denny 100%, and I hope we get more people in class who love him. The girls that I met yesterday, Debbie and Yvonne, they were all over Denny, and they couldn't say enough nice things, and I was like, yes, tell me more. I feel the same way, So it's nice to be around like-minded people, and it's nice to be around people who are into endorphins, So I'm going to start doing some nutritional videos for you. It's probably going to start tomorrow. I'm going to show you some of my secret weapons, things that you might try. You might find it uplifting physically. You might find your cells singing and dancing in a way that you didn't even know you could feel that supported. See, that's it. When you eat and you put the right fuel in your body, your body will feel supported in a way that you may haven't ever felt, and you'll be able to be bionic, You will have what it takes. It will give you that bang, that push, that fire, that that uprising, go get it energy. When your body is supported, your body will support you, support your spirit, support your mind. So anyways, there's just a lot of good things I want to share with you. Now that I'm home, I get to, probably address some questions, that maybe I left a little unanswered in any other videos, but tons more videos to make for you. Got to get, some subjects in here so I can keep doing instructional videos and launch that site here in the next few weeks. I'm thinking within 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 6 at the most, that I definitely can have that go live. So yay, right? A whole new world for me. Whole new world for you. So on that note, I'm just going to say thank you so much for being here with me today. I am the Goddess of Awesome. Bright blessings and be well.